market, in our view, is now going to worry about interest rates rising, the balance sheet reducing, so therefore less accommodation for the markets in terms of liquidity, all at a time when the economy could be slowing. And I think that's what the market's going to worry about. So the volatility will remain because we don't have a clear indication of when interest rates are going to rise, how much by, and when and how big is that reduction in the balance sheet going to happen. The market's feeling, because of this high inflation and problems around the world, that maybe central banks will hold back. But I think with stagflation, it's likely that you're going to have to increase rates. 25 bips maybe this time, but certainly 50 bips going forward to tackle the inflation problem. Our only main concern over the next 3 to 4 months is, as the Federal Reserve tightens liquidity through reduction in its balance sheet and increases interest rates, is the unintended consequences of this liquidity tightening. Because if you remember, all of last year, 2021, every asset class rose because of the abundant liquidity. Now, when you tighten that, there's probably one asset class out there where there's going to be a problem. Now, the good news is that obviously for India, seeing commodity prices fall will be very good news, and that lends itself to the fact that as we see a pickup in the global economy in 2023-24, India will stand out as being one of the big countries where you're going to see very strong growth. And I think the risk on trade will come back, and India will see a lot more foreign portfolio flows to the equities market. We've been talking a lot about the Fed and interest rate hikes over the back end of this year, and the possibility that they could go on hold by October. We think that might have to change now. We think maybe the pause might be the first quarter of 2023. The reason behind this is twofold. First of all, the Fed has been very hawkish recently, and saying that they'll have to kind of increase rates to fight inflation. 6 to 9 months we've been highlighting some of the fears and concerns we have as interest rates rise across the world, and any unintended consequences of that as the Federal Reserve increases interest rates, more likely like 75 basis points in November, following the high inflation figures yesterday. So, let's be cautious in terms of some of the global events which are playing out, which might affect sentiment in our Indian equity markets too.